I want to talk about Opulent Six. Y'all remember Six? I forgot the name of that podcast. I forgot the name of the podcast he had, but he has been on Ilkhan Ali's channel for a minute. And he's going back with Mr. Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic, him, both of them going back at it. And things got a little heated. But I'm gonna let y'all just kind of figure out who is wrong in this situation. And I'm gonna give my thoughts on it. All right. So let's go ahead and rock out because this shit is crazy.
Extricate my brothers and sisters from any mindset that is full of fallacies and chimerical thinking that is an impediment to creating a household where you can coalesce in harmony and happy and healthy and fruitful. And if you go into any household where you're thinking that your role is more important than hers, then you're already going to have a pernicious effect on that relationship, and you won't have a happy, healthy, fruitful household. Matter of fact, you won't even be a patriarch. You'll be important to no one. Because when them kids become older and go live their own life, they have their own family, their own kids, you're not important to them. You did it wrong. We need each other. So I'm not going to sit here and co-sign that a woman's role is insignificant. Both of our roles are significant. They're just different. And why don't, at this big age, that you don't respect differences? Now, I do agree with you. Single mothers.
Hold on, slow down. No, he has to have a point then. If their single mother households are struggling, and a single father household is equivalent to a two-parent household, how would her role be equivalent to the man's role, respectfully? And given that the product that comes from that's what okay, I hear what he's saying now. So the product that comes out of single mother household versus the actual single father household is two different products. If their roles are dually equal, why doesn't the mother produce the same thing that single father produces? That's what
because you're relegating failure to jailhouse and stripper pose. But a child wait, let me finish. Let me answer. You asked me a question, I will answer, and I'll be concise for the sake of brevity. You're relegating failure to jail and stripper pose. But failure is also being unable to communicate and go out into the world and be successful and raise your own family. Failure is also being emotionally inept and inerrant, where you can't connect with your own children and you're going to raise your children to be a failure. A woman, I'm going to stand on that, has an equally important role, but right now you're trying to use the big chunk of which you can actually access because it's being monitored, but no one goes and does a data and research and consensus on, hey, how did not having a mother affect your relationship? How did not having a mother affect your financial skills? That is not really tracked the way prison and stripper pose is tracked. So again, if you understand, let me just say this. I'm going to prove something to you using your own logic. Do you believe, and I'll keep it simple, that East is more important than West?
No.
Or North is more important than South?
No.
All right. Or hot is more important than cold? No duality is more important than the other duality, man. That's all I'm trying to tell you. It is necessary. But when you have the mindset where you minimize anybody.
No, 623, I put up a poll. I just put another one up too as well, just for supporting the channel. But no, you can do it for free. I did put the poll up so y'all can tap into the poll.
Imagine going to a job and you don't even got to be the supervisor. You just got hired, but the person reminds you, hey, you know my job is more important than yours, right? That way of thinking will have a pernicious effect with the person that just got hired. That is not the way to create success, to create a hostile environment through comparison. It's not. Okay. Now, I do agree that these women are, because they don't have that. But again, I'm also saying that when the household is absent of women, little boys, my mother wasn't there for me. And I was all fucked up and did not even realize it until I was 27 years old. I didn't realize that I was bellicose, boorish, bombastic, and belligerent because I didn't have a...
Bruh. Sir, listen. I'm one for reading and understanding big words. I think that's great. I think that's phenomenal. But dog, talk normal, folk. Because first of all, that beard and mustache combination is crazy. That's a crazy mustache and beard combo you got going on right there. I appreciate you, 623. That's a crazy combination you got going on. You feel me, bro? Like, bro, just have a conversation, dog. most of the people, listen, if you're trying to connect to people, if you're trying to really engage the people, you doing a horrible job, because half of the people that's watching this shit right now don't know what the fuck you just said. Don't know nothing that you just said. You just saying all these big words because I guess you trying to prove to people that you are intelligent. That's cool. Do your thing. But the message is being missed. No, that's what I'm saying. Y'all's design, some people understand them. That's what I'm saying. Some people understand them, but the overwhelming majority of people don't understand nothing that he's saying. The overwhelming majority of people do not understand what he is saying right now. And it don't help with that combo of that beard, goatee, and mustache. It don't help.
Mother, or matter of fact, I'll keep it easy. I was what these kids call a fuck boy, and I was really good at it. But it hit me one day just out of the blue while I was at a gas station. You know what? I do these women wrong because I automatically assume they're gonna do me wrong because the woman that should have did me right first didn't. So that had a permission.
Oh, you missed it. All right, watch this. Hold on. Let me go back so you can catch it, because Buddy going crazy with these words.
From the that's what he okay. I hear what he's saying now. So
Watch
the
this.
product that comes out of single mother household versus the actual single father household is two different products. If their roles are dually equal, why doesn't the mother produce the same thing that single father produces? That's what his point.
You're relegating failure to jailhouse and stripper pose. But a child wait, let me finish. Let me answer. You asked me a question, I will answer, and I'll be concise for the sake of brevity. You're relegating failure to jail and stripper pose. But failure is also being unable to communicate and go out into the world and be successful and raise your own family. Failure is also being emotionally inept and inerrant, where you can't connect with your own children and you're going to raise your children to be a failure. A woman, I'm going to stand on that, has an equally important role, but right now you're trying to use the big chunk of which you can actually access because it's been monitored, but no one goes and does a data, and research and consensus on, hey, how did not having a mother affect your relationship? How did not having a mother affect your financial skills? That is not really tracked the way prison and stripper pose is tracked. So again, if you understand, let me just say this. I'm going to prove something to you using your own logic. Do you believe, and I'll keep it simple, that East is more important than West?
No.
Or North is more important than South?
No.
All right. Or hot is more important than cold? No duality is more important than the other duality, man. That's all I'm trying to tell you. It is necessary. But when you have the mindset.
What this man talking about? It's called a balance. If you look at the yin and yang, if you look at the white, there's a skinny part, then it goes into a bigger part, and there's the black part that's the skinny part, it goes into a big part. So therefore, they offset each other, but they balance each other. So therefore, it's not equal. I ain't got time for you.
That where you minimize anybody's role. Imagine going to a job, and you don't even got to be the supervisor. You just got hired, but the person reminds.
Well, let's go ahead and tap in. Let's tap into this. Yes, I agree. Y'all's design. A good mother is needed just as much as a dad. But however, statistics show us that if you were to be raised by a single father versus being raised by a single mother, the significance of your success is going to be a lot higher with the father than it is with the mother. That's not my opinion. That's the statistics. That's the statistics. So while I do agree that both mother and father need to be in the home, but statistically speaking, not my opinion, statistically speaking, children tend to turn out a lot better with fathers in the home versus just the mother. That's nothing that we can't argue that. The data shows it.
Hey, you know my job is better, more important.
No. If you act as a single father, I know. Because the reason why I say no, Miss Freckles, is because you first have to understand what it means to be a man. You first have to understand what it means. You have to understand what it means to be a man first and foremost. Now, if you're raising daughters, it can be a little bit easier for you, but they still need their fathers in their life for that structure aspect, right? Now, I'm not saying that you won't be successful at raising your daughters properly, but the likelihood of a lot of women who are single mothers, it tends to go against them. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm saying.
Yours, right? That way of thinking will have a pernicious effect with the person that just got hired. That is not the way to create success, to create a hostile environment through comparison. It's not.
Okay.
Now, I do agree that these women are, because they don't have that. But again, I'm also saying that when the household is absent of women, little boys, my mother wasn't there for me. And I was all fucked up and did not even realize it until I was 27 years old. I didn't realize that I was bellicose, boorish, bombastic, and belligerent because I didn't have a mother. Or matter of fact, I'll keep it easy. I was what these kids call a fuck boy, and I was really good at it. But it hit me one day just out of the blue while I was at a gas station. You know what? I do these women wrong because I automatically assume they're gonna do me wrong because the woman that should have did me right first didn't. So that had a pernicious effect on me. And that had a pernicious effect on my lineage for my first two children because they were born out of wedlock because I didn't have the right mindset because I didn't have that nurturing. So I am a testament and a tangible testament that it does have a pernicious effect. I'm not discrediting what you're saying. What I'm saying, don't give that, I'm gonna let you talk right now. Don't give that kind of credence to it because if, big old if, you want to pair bond successfully with a woman and be a patriarch, sit on a throne in a house where everybody loves, adores you, and capitulates and cooperates. That kind of leadership language is pernicious.
Pernicious.
Okay. Then I got about 3 people I know that are happily, successfully married that the women know that the man is more important in the house than they are. And how are they successfully married? And how is the house going along with him?
That beard is crazy.
And he makes all the decisions, but she's living like a queen. She gets everything she wants because she's feminine, she's submissive, and he makes all the rules and everything goes through him. And they're happy.
I have a little brother that believes it's okay to murder people. Wait, let me say this. I have a little brother that's think it's okay to murder people because he's got away with 2 murders.
Let me skip
just because you can name somebody.
I'm gonna skip ahead.
Let me ground the situation in intellect for a second. You said
proof.
Yes, sir.
And then you'll go right after 6.
Okay. Well, first, I'm going to introduce common sense to this conversation. Your rebuttal was cavil and moot and was nugatory as far as adding any added value. Anytime you have to conflate a bunch of things that don't involve the actual topic, you're ungrounding it so that you can sway it in a way where your opinion actually is valid. So when you sway it in that way, it's valid. But I want to say this. I'm going to start off by saying this. I believe, and I'm going to ask you, but I'm going to tell you what I believe so you can understand the root of my words, because words matter. I believe that a man should run his household, and I believe that a woman should be cooperative and capitulate, and that every man should be the king of his throne, his wife, his children, his legacy, his word, his way. Wife, children, legacy, his word, his way. Do you also believe that? Because if you don't, then maybe that's why we're in a disconnect. So I'm asking you before I continue, do you also believe that?
Of course, sure.
All right. Are you married?
No.
Okay. So therefore,
sound like T.I.
I am happily, healthy, fruitful. I'm grounded because it's not a stab at you. But if you believe in that, yet you're not living that lifestyle, either you're being disingenuous or you're suffering from a mild case of cognitive dissonance. Because there is no evidence your mindset will produce that type of household because you don't have one. But I do. So what are we arguing? My reality against your hypothetical? That's insane. And I won't participate in that. So I'll yield the floor.
All right, great. So, hey, I gotta respond to this.
Yeah, I know
you, brother. As this goes last time, your little man syndrome is kicking in because you have to come with the, you know, the hyperbole and the attacks, brother. And see, you're a horrible listener because I didn't bring anything extra into it. I use your horrible analogies against you, every last one of them, starting off with the ridiculous.
And I use your reality against you,
brother.
Brother,
No, and I can tell you didn't have a father in your life either, because you have no discipline. Oh my God! So as I said, right, I use your poor analogies against you. So you lied. And I address everything you said, even your horrible brother analogy about belief systems and whatever, right? So, brother, the fact of the matter that I am whooping your ass so bad in this debate and this discussion that you got to immediately go to the ad hominems and challenge my intelligence for the second time of our meeting and getting destroyed, brother. It don't matter if you're married, okay? Because you just told us you were a baby daddy first. Exactly. So you weren't always doing it right, brother. You ended up getting to it.
So you admit that I'm doing it right.
Hold on, let him.
So you admit I'm doing it right. Okay. You just admitted I'm doing it right.
Show some decorum.
You get the response.
Show some decorum, brother, Mr. Thesaurus.
Decorum is the wrong word. Decorum is the wrong word.
Decorum is not the wrong word. So listen, brother, okay, for like, again, dog, your marriage is not guaranteed. Your marriage can end any day. And if you don't understand that, you are delusional. You are more of a prisoner, brother, okay, than I am. I have freedom. I do what I want. I still provide for my children, even though I'm not married. 2 of them grown, okay? They're good. They have a happy life. They have a way better childhood than I could have ever dreamed of. Never seen poverty. Never been to jail, not going to jail. No, I'm not no granddaddy yet. You feel me? So again, brother, I am proof better than you without the marriage, because I didn't need to be married to have wonderful, successful children. All right. And one that's still on the way. Oh, and I'm divorced, by the way, for the second one, brother. So again, man, if you're gonna attack me, brother, you gotta come better than that. Man, I told you, too little. In every way, form of
you only sound smart to stupid people.
The same way every time. Stop doing it.
You only sound smart to stupid people. Nobody. You sound smart to stupid people.
First. I sound the smartest to you. I know.
My brother, I'm gonna commend you on raising some strong children.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna commend you on raising some strong children, but let me ground the situation in intellect for a second.
Oh God.
You said you believe in marriage, that the woman cooperates and capitulates to the man and they create a happy and healthy, fruitful union. You said you believe in that. Yet, there is no evidence that your mindset and your way of thinking can produce that. And then you get mad at me for not wanting to use analogies, not wanting to use hyperboles or similes or metaphors or double entendres. I'm using real life.
But the problem, yeah, you're right, Rod. But the problem is, Opulent already started off wrong. He got 2 kids out of wedlock. He got 2 kids outside of wedlock. So he up here trying to school everybody else, but he already started off fucked up. So he out here trying to school the other brother and keep talking about some fucking capitulated. Listen, fam. Listen, brother. Listen, brother. Relax. That's what I'm going to do.
To indict your way of thinking and say, hey, your way of thinking led you to divorce. Yet you believe in man and woman being married and having. I don't understand. And because I don't understand, I'm going to yield the floor to you, because I believe that you lack the rudimentary comprehension skills it takes to keep up with this conversation and progress it. So I'll yield you the floor. But I'm going to, as a black man, I commend you. I'm not saying you can't raise capable children. That wasn't the foundation of my question. The first question I asked is, do you believe in marriage and the woman being cooperative? And you said yes. So then I said, okay, your mindset has you void of the very thing you believe in. Then you went to tell me how successful I am and how successful I ain't. which is asinine because you have no idea of that, which lets me know, and everybody watching, you just say anything, use sound effects and all this bombastic language to feel like you're winning. I'm not trying to win. I'm trying to dispel the fallacies and the chimerical relationships people have with the mindset of a man and a woman so that they can pair bond and coalesce in harmony. You're trying to win.
Sir, you the last person that anybody need to listen to. You already got kids outside of wedlock. You out here talking about the commingling, nigga. You were one of the ones that was part of the problem. Out here creating children out of wedlock, brother. But hey, do your thing, bro. If you got yourself together, you got married, you got your children, and you creating this whole nuclear family, do your thing, bro.
In an argument, I'm trying to win our people. Separately, we can't win. Separately, it's only when we coalesce. And if you use divisive language, we all lose. So you're trying to win an argument. I'm trying to save our people. We have two different purposes, my brother.
Okay, great. Okay, so again, brother, you keep assaulting, insulting, attacking.
If the truth is insulting, then that means you're a lover of lies.
Well, brother, okay, again, my intelligence and my ability to comprehend what you're saying, and again, that's why.
Well, it's evident you haven't comprehended. Now, I don't know if you want me to use like slang and shit like that, but I could. I'd rather not.
This is where it goes off the rails because you got this so-called masculine man that he's trying to portray himself as, who can't let the other person talk without him having to interject immediately. So he's masking himself as a masculine man, but he's not a masculine man.
You don't. You finish interjecting. You finish interrupting.
Let him land. He let you land, brother.
So yeah. So again, man, listen. That's why I repeat what you said before I say what you said, to let you know that I listened and I comprehended and I directly address it. Okay. So just because I believe in marriage, okay, doesn't mean I have to fucking participate in it. That don't mean I gotta participate in it. Okay. That's I believe in employment. I'm not employed right now. I don't have to be. I don't need to be. So am I in a fallacy and delusional and la because I don't have a job? No, I'm not. Hold on, brother. Sure, go ahead, man.
So the difference is, and I still commend you, I built my wealth from my brain. I'm a leader. You were in the armed services. You're a follower. You can get a VA loan and get all kind of shit to help you. You're a follower.
This nigga said, I built my wealth from my brain. Sir, I don't give a fuck what you say. You had help along the way. You had some sort of help along the way. You learned something from somebody. You're not fucking Elon Musk. You're not a you're not a Jeff Bezos. You're none of that. You learned the information from somebody and you implemented the blueprint in order to get you to where you say that you are today. I'm not finna do this with you, dog. I'm not finna do this. I'm not finna do this with you.
The Army and armed services is full of followers. They get told what the fuck to do for years and years until they can retire with a check. What I built from my own astuteness, my own aplomness. We are not the same. I didn't have government help. So therefore, I don't expect you.
Yeah, exactly. He literally just insulted the military. The very military that protect his goofy ass. The very military where people, went over there to serve their lives, to serve their country, do the things that they needed to do to get things done. Now, mind you, a lot of people didn't go to war, but some people did get deployed over to Iraq. I'm one of those individuals that was able to get deployed to Iraq, right? Sir, relax. All of that bullshit that you talking, you pretty much killed them when you said that you was a fuck boy in the beginning. Then you was at the gas station, then you realized that you were no longer a fuck boy. Sir, no, stop.
To understand the way I think,
Stop.
And I'm not gonna waste anything you got to say after this. Say, I'm not gonna waste any more time on you because bees don't waste their time convincing flies that honey tastes better than shit. So go ahead.
Like I'm looking at shit right now. So listen to what I'm saying, brother. Listen, you can't insult me for doing a job and working a job, which you allegedly. And again, brother, you bring your success up every time. So I just beat you to the punch because I know you was gonna do it. Okay, allegedly, brother. Again, you're just this oh so successful self-made nigga, which we know don't exist. Okay, you have some help from somewhere, and the white man at some point in time, be it a business loan, be it fucking something, you're not self-made, nigga. You're not. So fucking balance.
Are you saying that people can't be self-made?
You have no motherfucker. You just not.
He let you land every time.
There's nobody out here that's self-made. I don't care who you think you are, who you think, or who you claim you want to be. There's nobody out here that's self-made. You've learned the things that you learned from somebody. You learn how to operate the business, learn how to operate your business, or how to set the blueprint for your business. You learn that from somebody. You didn't learn that from yourself. There's always a blueprint out here. There's always somebody who done it before you. Your way of thinking is not something, this genius thing that you just thought of. Somebody already thought of it before. Cut it out, bro. Stop.
All your lame shit you say and not say a word, and you gotta just say something, bro.
What's up, Christian?
Your Napoleon complex is kicking in. Bro. Calm down, brother. I understand. Right?
Exactly.
You can't job shame me, brother, for beating the system and using the system to my advantage. You're right.
Exactly.
I got a VA loan. When did you get your first house, brother? Huh? I use it to my full advantage.
20 years.
Right? And like you said, now I don't have to work a job.
Shout out to you.
I don't. And you don't know how much money I have. You're limiting me to the job I used to have. You don't know what investments I have.
Exactly.
You don't know anything other than what I used to do. And you seeing me on YouTube, brother. So you trying to put me in your little box, like your little body and your little mind is where you fucking up. Okay? Because I know way more about you than you know about me, because all you talk about is what you allegedly got. I ain't got to do that. Me, myself, nigga, just showing up. Self-evident, bro. I ain't got to brag and boast and whatever and claim some shit. Hey, only reason I bring up the military shit is because you and niggas like you try to use it against me. Oh, and as far as the follower thing goes, right? Some of the greatest followers you talked about, guess what they became? President of the United States. Ali, is the president of the United States a follower? Is the president of the United States a follower, or is he the most powerful fucking man on the planet? Talking about. Again, weak niggas, weak mindsets, a lot of fucking wannabe boisterous bullshit that has a limited fucking scope of life, experience, and a false motherfucking identity of being that nigga when he just a little nigga.
All right, I'll make this brief. One.
And you lied. You said you were done. No. You said you were done, but don't make this brief. I ain't gonna liar. You said you were done.
Liar! Liar! You're a liar! You're a liar!
Yeah, he did. He did say that he was gonna stop. He wasn't gonna reply no more. But yet here we go again. He responded. He said he wasn't.
Oh my God! Not even a man of your words. I don't know how you gonna be a king and all this man shit, and you gotta say something. You say you ain't gonna say nothing else. I'm done.
I'll make this brief. Bragging about living in the slums ain't shit. You didn't need to go to the army to live in that raggedy ass shoebox you call a home. I'm gonna just start there.
God.
And I know you don't have any money because I'm around money. Money carries an energy. You're avoided that. You still wearing a YN hairstyle and you damn near 50 years old. I've never seen you with a shirt on that was ironed. Money carries an energy that you're void of. So you can sit here with this bum back. People, man, you so far off. You're so far off. It's crazy. You can't even pretend to be affluent.
Oh shit!
Like you don't even have the demeanor of anyone that's halfway affluent. And it's embarrassing because I love Black people. And I love you too. You're just ignorant. You're just ignorant. So because you depend, and you did beat the system, and I commend anybody that beat the system, but you stopped there. You stopped there. You in a town no one even desires to fucking live in a raggedy ass motherfucking house with runny pipes talking about you got money. People with money, first secure proper living arrangements. So I know you don't have any money. Secondly, you couldn't go out and get a loan from a bank or anything because of how you present yourself. You have to dress how you want to be addressed. Like I said, you damn near 50 years old, still wearing a hairstyle of a young nigga. You're too infantile, immature, and bombastic. So everything you said is empty and hollow. We can go dollar for dollar. We can go CPA for CPA. We can go acre for acre, and I'm in California, my nigga, where acres cost. I'm in California.
Yeah, you right, man. Making money is me, man.
10 years, man, you're gonna have matching Benzes?
10 years? Thinking more like 10 days, man. 10 days.
I can buy your house by selling my bathroom.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
And again, I didn't get a business loan yet because I need when I play the slow game. I want to own and run everything I do. I play the slow game. And you're right, I didn't come from nothing. I didn't have a father, but I made a lot out of myself. And I sit on my crown on my head and on my throne as a king. And I am.
You know who he sound like? He sound like Big Rick the Ruler. He sound like Big Rick the Ruler. He sound like Big Rick the Ruler. Every single time they start to lose a debate or an argument in regards to what they're talking about, they instantly go to the things that they have that nobody asked about at all. They instantly dive into, well, you know, I got this, I got that, I got this, that people love me, this, that, and third. I gotta pay. Bruh, that lets me know that little person inside you has been damaged a little bit. That lets me know you got hurt a little bit. That lets me know, you know what I'm saying, that touched your spirit a little bit, that monkey on your back, because you got to let everybody know what's going on in your life and how great your life is. If your life is really great, I don't need to explain to you how great my life actually is. You can just let people just say what they want to say. Like, that's what's up, big dog. I appreciate you. I'm glad you think that. That's what's up. And you just laugh at it and keep on moving. And right, Christina, nor does anybody care. And so why the fuck do I need to explain to you how my life is and what the things I needed to do and what investments I made? That's crazy work.
Married to a woman that's 5'5", built like a motherfucking waterfall, that got her own job and is cooperative. Nigga.
At least I'm a girl. At least I'm a girl. I'm a daddy. I'm grown. I'm a daddy. I'm grown. Stop beating your chest. You're making a radio.
What?
Yeah.
Man, look at, man, hell no.
Had you been practicing on your art, you know you're way in the dark. Silence. Silence.
That shit crazy, bro. I'm talking about he big pissed. He big pissed in this situation, bro. Why you letting him get off your square, bro? Why you let him get out? Why you let Mr. Fantastic get you off your square? You doing all of it. You doing all of this. You doing the power poses and shit. You doing all of this. You know what I'm saying? We know about this. You doing all of this and all of this shit right here. But you showing who you are every time you respond. You showing who you are, dog. You masking. Come on, fam. Come on, fam. You masking yourself. You stepping out of frame, big dog. I don't care for the thesaurus words. I don't. This is YouTube, bro. This is YouTube. Don't nobody care for all that intelligent shit. Let's be 110% clear. Most people can't even read past the 3rd grade level. So the big words, that's cool. Do your thing. That's for you. That's your own thing. Do your thing. I'm not saying that I'm not intelligent, but I don't care for it because they ain't got nothing to do with me. I care about reaching the people, right? So therefore, I'm going to speak the language of the people. I'm not going to sit here and I'm going to capitulate and do it. Listen, bro, that's for your own. That's for you. That's for you because you want to prove that you have become something better because you was raised without a father in your life and you want to raise that you did really well. Phenomenal. But that ain't it. That ain't it, fam. That ain't it. That ain't it, bro. You just show who you truly are in this situation. And the fact that this man, Mr. Fantastic, and got you off your entire square, and you can see it on your face and how you behaving. It's wild. But hey, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for the algorithm. Make sure you hit the bell notification.